Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode. We are back on Monday Night Raw to see this man right here, Kevin Owens, who last time on Monday Night Raw stole that WWE Championship from his supposed best friend Sami Zayn. He stole that championship and destroyed Sami Zayn, his best friend. Destroying him, hitting him with that power bomb onto the apron multiple times. It was a brutal sight, and Kevin Owens walked away with that WWE Championship, and he is here tonight to talk about what he did. Nasty man, Kevin Owens. How could he betray his friend like that? Stealing his prized possession, that WWE Championship. And let's hear what Kevin has to say. Sami, you didn't deserve this championship. You didn't deserve anything. When we were tag team champions, I did everything. I did everything for us as a team. As a team, Sami. And sure, when it was single stuff, when it mattered to you, you tried hard, but when it was about our tag team titles, all you could do was just sit there and do nothing. You didn't care. I carried you to those tag team titles. I carried you all the way forwards. I carried you. And yeah, we lost the titles. It was fluky. Who cares? I had enough of you at that point. And then we had that number one contenders match. The opportunity to be WWE champion. I lost. And you won. You took what I had given you and you used that to win. And then you went on and you pinned AJ Styles in the middle of the ring, and it was not you didn't deserve this. I deserved this. I deserved all of this. And you even had the gall to go and fight my battles for me. You were like, oh, Kevin, you're having issues with Baron Corbin. Oh, I'll go and take him out for you. That wasn't your place to do it, Sami. That was mine. Nothing to do with you, and I am tired. I am sick and tired of your attitude, Sami, and I am going to take you out. I'm taking your championship belt from you. I am taking everything from you, and at Summerslam, you will be left with nothing. No belt, no friends, no career. Just a lifetime of you in hospital beds, looking at the TV and seeing the star of Monday Night Raw, Kevin Owens, standing tall, holding up the belt, which you will never have again. Sami, you hear me? SummerSlam, you and me. It's on. Wow. Bold words from Kevin Owens there. But there you have it, SummerSlam, Zayn Owens, WWE Championship. Who will be leaving SummerSlam with that belt? Will Owens get what he wants? Will he end the career of Sami Zayn at SummerSlam? We're going to have to wait and find out, but my goodness, Kevin Owens, he is fired up here tonight. But now let's get to the first match here tonight. Jinder Mahal, of course, was supposed to be in our main event last week. He was supposed to be taking on Sami Zayn, our WWE champion. Of course, the belt that Kevin Owens holds right now, it's not his belt, it's Sami's belt. But Jinder requested another match here. After losing his match last week, he requested he still get his position here on Monday Night Raw. He still wanted competition, so tonight he is going one-on-one with Sheamus. Two men looking to prove themselves here on Monday Night Raw, trying to get themselves somewhat bigger on the card here on Raw. Jinder and Sheamus, two men perhaps looking to go after that United States Championship. Who knows, we'll have to wait and see. But speaking of that United States Championship, later on tonight we will be seeing the second half of that Beat the Clock challenge between Aleister Black, the United States Champion, and Mark Henry. Of course, AJ Styles managed to beat Henry last week in 2 minutes 35 seconds. Can Aleister Black beat that? We'll have to find out tonight. But we will also be seeing some women's tag team action here tonight. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey teaming up to take on the IIconics, and the winner of that match will be going on to face Dakota Kai and Nia Jax at Summerslam for the women's tag team titles. But tonight, in our main event, of course, we will be seeing, finally, Matt Hardy taking on the Fiend in the one-on-one action here tonight. Now this has been building for quite some time. The Fiend and Matt Hardy coming face-to-face quite a lot here on Monday Night Raw, and finally the match is happening. Will Hardy be able to put a stop to the reign of the Fiend here on Monday Night Raw? We'll stay for the main event and find out later tonight. But right now, let's get things going with our first match here tonight. Jinder Mahal taking on Sheamus right now. Of course, the Bollywood boys, the Singh brothers, whatever you want to call them, Samir and Sunil. I genuinely forgot his name. I apologise to the brothers on the outside. I'm very apologetic to you, but Jinder Mahal and Sheamus both looking to prove something here on Monday Night Raw. Neither one really been given much of an opportunity here. So they're looking to kind of build themselves up on the card reel. Maybe there's going to be something in the future for these guys. But Jinder Mahal, of course, very upset that he lost his opportunity against Sami Zayn last week, and he demanded the Batista give him a match here tonight on Monday Night Raw. So Batista's put him in here with Sheamus tonight. And it's going to be an interesting how this one goes. Two very similar styles between these two men, very much. Both of them brawlers. Who is going to be able to pick up the big win? Of course, Jinder does have his friends on the outside, which is going to help things out for him. You have to imagine maybe the distraction from those guys is going to help Jinder Mahal to pick up a victory here tonight. But it's looking good for Sheamus so far, taken out into the crowd. But Jinder Mahal managing to fight back and knocking Sheamus back over that barricade. Sheamus facing off against those brothers for a second. Getting to a 7 count. These guys really need to get back in the ring right now. This is not going to go well for them, but they don't get back in the ring. Going to be an 8 count now. Come on, guys. Need to get back in the ring. A count out is not what these guys would want. Well, I said maybe Jinder Mahal would like a count out win. I wouldn't be surprised. 9 count there. But Jinder breaking the count. He wants to win this. He wants to beat Sheamus middle of the ring. Interesting. I would have thought maybe he would have liked to get the count out win, but decided not to on this occasion. Sheamus trying to get back into this, but Jinder's really been able to take it to Sheamus on the outside, interestingly enough. Now Jinder getting Sheamus back up to his feet and throwing him again, continuing to throw him on the outside of the ring. As the Bollywood boys try and catch back up with Jinder, keeping an eye on Sheamus. Back to a 7 count again. Jinder, he could have already won this match with a count out, to be honest, but now Sheamus manages to get Jinder Mahal back in the ring. It's going to be a lot easier for Sheamus now if he can continue to work with Jinder in the ring. Apparently Jinder, who knew, but Jinder apparently is a lot better on the outside apparently. It's not how I expected this match to go. Jinder Mahal completely just working over Sheamus. Very surprising stuff. I would have thought Sheamus would have been perhaps the more dominant person in this match, to be honest. Oh, a big takeover there from Jinder Mahal onto Sheamus. A double underhook suplex. And now just a regular stalling suplex to Sheamus there. Yeah, Jinder Mahal, that's proving he deserves something here on Monday Night Raw. He's done a very, very good job here tonight against Sheamus. Maybe Jinder would have beaten Sami Zayn last week, you never know. Maybe we could have had the upset of the century. Jinder Mahal could have beaten Sami Zayn, could have beaten the WWE Champion. You never know. But Sheamus with that half and half suplex there. And just get back into this now. Or taking him over. Sheamus trying to get himself back into this match and take him down for a pinfall. Only a 1 count. He's doing a lot more damage to Jinder Mahal to be able to pick up the big victory in this one. Now Sheamus got him up top. So looking for that. no, he's not just a rolling thunder there. I thought he was going for that Irish curse. Not the Irish curse. Well, I've forgotten what that one's called now. It's the Irish curse over the knee. I don't remember what that one's called now. But anyway, Sheamus on top at the moment being. Sheamus going over. Just surrounding Jinder Mahal, circling him at the moment being. Just looking at him and now taking him down and then big boots to the chest of Jinder Mahal. And now continuing, raining down punches. Sheamus really getting the upper hand now. He has really taken control of this match after the beginning where Jinder Mahal was, well, surprisingly dominating Sheamus. Sheamus now managing to get himself back into this. Perhaps didn't appreciate Jinder Mahal getting so much offense on him early in this match. But Jinder again getting himself back into this, now choking Sheamus, pushing down, choking him again, trying to get rid of the air from Sheamus, but trying to prevent him being able to do all these big offense, these strong hits. It's Jinder Mahal trying to wind him, make him a bit slower. Now Jinder, double underhook suplex there to Sheamus. Now taking him up into a seated position, running that knee into the back. I'm very surprised to see Jinder Mahal doing so well in this match, to be honest. But good on him, good on him. Perhaps Jinder Mahal is proving that he deserves more opportunities here on Monday Night Raw. Sheamus kicking to the back of Jinder Mahal. Kicking again, just continue to kick Jinder Mahal in the back. Now putting him up to a seated position. But no, Jinder Mahal getting a big elbow into the gut of Sheamus. Then a big running knee to Sheamus's face, taking him down to the mat. But Sheamus reversing, managing to put himself back to his feet and taking down Jinder Mahal off onto the floor. And now here we go, the Irish curse backbreakers, a series of them onto that knee of Sheamus right now. Bang! Jinder Mahal taken down off those consecutive backbreakers from Sheamus. Now go for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and Sheamus picks up the big victory here tonight. Very interesting indeed. Didn't even need the bro kick for this one. Sheamus, a big victory as they had to wonder where both of these men could be going in the distant future. Potentially a future United States champion, perhaps. You never know in Universe Mode. Crazy things have happened. But tonight, Sheamus stands tall with a big victory over Jinder Mahal. Yes, so Jinder's probably not going to be too happy with this one, but he did do a good job in the match, so you can't really put him down at all. He did as good a job as I would have expected, to be honest. For Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior standing tall tonight, the veteran Sheamus. To be fair, Sheamus and Aleister Black would be a match I would like to see. Those two big kicks, the bro kick versus the Black Mass, which one would win? Who knows? Maybe we'll see it in the future. But now let's get to our women's tag team match here tonight. And of course the winner of this match will be going forward to SummerSlam. He will be going on to face Dakota Kai and Nia Jax in the first match ever for these women's tag team championships. That's going to be interesting how this one goes. Of course the IIconics have picked up some big victories in the past. They may have fallen off slightly in recent weeks. In recent times they may not have been in as prominent a position, but if you think back, the IIconics defeated Becky Lynch. Technically there was a tag team match for the IIconics taking on Becky Lynch and Ember Moon. The IIconics did win that match, so they are in a very good position. They can do it, they can pull it off as a tag team, but the question is, can they defeat these two women? These two ridiculously strong and fierce women, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, these two MMA horsewomen, and Miss Money in the Bank herself. I don't know. I think this is the hard match for the IIconics. If they can do it, if they can win this match, they get a huge opportunity at those tag team titles. But to be fair, I'm sure Shayna would love, absolutely love, to have double gold around her waist. Tag title and then the Raw Women's Championship or the Smackdown Women's Championship, whichever she wants to cash in on, having 2 pieces of gold around her waist. I'm sure she would absolutely love that. But of course, Ronda Rousey also with Shayna Baszler here teaming up. You can never look past Ronda Rousey. A fierce MMA background. I think she's a multiple-time champion. I don't actually know. But obviously she held on to that women's MMA. I don't know what they call it in MMA, I'm afraid. But she held on to that title forever and dominated people. Ronda Rousey is just a brutal woman. She gets in that armbar and you are going to be tapping out straight away. And of course Shayna also has that Kirifuda clutch. But the IIconics, very sneaky. A very sneaky little duo, the IIconics. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of them manage to sneak a victory here tonight. Big suplex there from Shayna. And of course you have to think, who's going to be able to do well against Baszler, I apologise, against Jax and Kai. They're a very, very strong team on SmackDown. Very strong indeed. Of course, technically, Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai have become in contact before. They were both in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, Shayna did end up winning. So perhaps you would put the favour in Shayna Baszler. Perhaps Shayna can do it again. Shayna could beat Dakota Kai once again. Potentially. But it wasn't an actual regular match. It was Money in the Bank. So it's not like they were particularly wrestling. And there were 6 other women in that match apart from those 2. Now we get a tag. Both teams tagging out Peyton Royce and Ronda Rousey in the ring now. Peyton. Oh, a big takedown there to Ronda Rousey. Very impressive. I wouldn't have expected Peyton to get the first move here in this one. Of course, last week we did see Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey defeat Charlotte Flair and Natalya in tag team action on Monday Night Raw. I think maybe that is going to be the thing that's going to give them the emphasis, the momentum to be able to win this match. Peyton throwing Ronda into the corner. But Ronda grabbing onto that leg and elbowing to the top of that knee and over the top. Peyton goes. Ronda now trying to do as much damage as possible to Peyton Royce, trying to take advantage, throwing those punches, but Peyton managing to get over the top, avoiding it. Now big elbow to the back there, trying to go for a spear, but Ronda managed to catch it, taking Peyton Royce down to the mat. Ronda standing over Peyton right now. Perhaps looking for a tag. No, she's going straight back to Peyton again. What is she looking for right now? Going up top. Looking for some big offense here. Not necessarily what you expect from Ronda Rousey. We wouldn't expect her to be using the top ropes. Of course, you look at MMA, there's no ropes. So you're not necessarily going to expect people to be using ropes instinctively when they come into WWE. Ronda again getting caught by Peyton with that big takedown there, catching the elbow there to be able to take her down so easily. But Ronda taking over the top, throwing Peyton down to the mat, and now picking her up. A strength of Ronda Rousey, who's about to flip around like that. Now throwing her into the corner, back to looking for a tag with Shayna Baszler right now. Is she going to be able to get it? No, she's not. Peyton getting the big leg up there, preventing the tag from happening. Ronda Rousey being kept in the ring right now. Peyton trying to get her over to Billie Kay, and this time the tag is successful. Billie Kay tagging in the IIconics, double teaming onto Ronda Rousey right now. Oh, a nice set of kicks there, some Scorpion-esque kicks onto Ronda Rousey from Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Now Billie Kay, the fresh woman in the match, trying to get some offense onto Ronda Rousey. But Ronda catching her with that flying fist there, that Superman punch from Ronda Rousey. But it wasn't enough to get the advantage. Billie though, Billie not liking that, getting straight out of it. She did not like that Superman punch. Wanted to get straight over to Peyton Royce, tagging Peyton back into this match. But Ronda, it gave her enough time for Ronda to get back to her feet and allow her to reverse Peyton Royce, allowing her to manage to get its offense onto Peyton. But Peyton managing to get the reversal herself, punching to the gut of Ronda Rousey, trying to prevent this from going on. And another Superman punch from Ronda Rousey, my goodness. And now tagging into Shayna Baszler, getting the tag to the freshest woman in the match. And now thumping down onto the head of Peyton Royce. This is not looking good for the IIconics right now. They really need to get some quick tags in to get to do some damage to Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, very, very fresh compared to the IIconics right now. All trying to go for that spinning heel kick, but Shayna Baszler managing to duck out of the way, preventing it from happening. Now Peyton trying to get that tag into Billie Kay, but Shayna getting the big reverse, preventing it from happening. Peyton trying to do a drop kick, but Shayna getting out of the way. Because this is a huge match, giving a big opportunity at the gold, at those tag team titles, whoever wins this. It's going to be a big opportunity for whichever team it is. Shayna getting rid of Billie Kay. Is she looking at ending this right now? Is Shayna looking? Yes, she is. She's looking for that Kirifuda clutch. And I guess she's locked in on Peyton Royce. That's got to be it. Is Peyton going to tap out right now? Is she going to tap? Can she hold on? No, she can't. She has tapped out. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey will be moving forward to SummerSlam to face for those women's tag team championships, where they will be taking on Dakota Kai and Nia Jax. That is going to be a brutal competition between these women. I have no idea how that one is going to go, but tonight Shayna and Ronda standing tall. Shayna tapping out Peyton Royce. Miss Money in the Bank, of course. Potentially miss 2 belts sooner rather than later. She has been on a roll. Of course, she still has that loss. That one loss that Charlotte Flair gave her. But Shayna Baszler putting that behind her, moving forwards to SummerSlam and those tag team championship. But now we move on to the next part of the Beat the Clock challenge. Of course, at SummerSlam we will be seeing Aleister Black and AJ Styles going one-on-one for that United States Championship, trying to prove who is the better man, who is the better man, who is the strongest person here on Raw. Of course, these two men having brilliant win-loss records, and that is what this all come from. And Aleister Black was challenged by AJ Styles to this Beat the Clock challenge. And of course, AJ Styles won last week. He chose the competitor for both men. He chose that they will face off against Mark Henry. And well, last week, impressively, very impressively, AJ Styles beat Mark Henry in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. That is the time for Aleister Black to beat this week. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. I don't know if he can do it. It is going to be very, very tough indeed. Mark Henry, well, the world's strongest man. He may be in the end of his career. He may be moving on at this point in his career, but that doesn't stop him from being this destructive force that he can be. And it's not going to be easy for Aleister Black to pick up this victory in this match. Of course, don't forget, in our main event tonight, we will be seeing The Fiend and Matt Hardy finally going one-on-one here tonight. Can Hardy put an end to the monstrous reign of The Fiend? We'll have to wait and see. But can Aleister Black beat 2 minutes 35 seconds? That is the immediate question that we have to deal with here tonight. Who is going to have the advantage going into SummerSlam? I'm sure there's no stakes behind this, but it is a mental advantage. AJ Styles wanting to prove that he is better than Aleister Black. Both these men only have one loss on their record. And AJ Styles, well, he's not happy with that one loss on his record, and it was to Sami Zayn, but he wants to prove that he is the best here on Monday Night Raw. He wants to prove it. Both him and Black only having one loss on their records, and he wants to knock another loss onto Black's record. But can Aleister Black beat 2 minutes 35 seconds? That is the time to be here tonight. And that's by trying to go for a running knee straight away. But Mark Henry being so big and strong, he just eats that knee to the face, eating it and then taking Aleister Black down to the mat. That is not necessarily the start that Black would have wanted in this one. My goodness, trying to go for those big kicks is definitely a smart move here from Aleister Black, but Mark Henry managing to avoid them, getting out of the way of those kicks, showing a bit more agility than you would expect. And we're already 30 seconds into this, and this is not looking good for Aleister Black so far. This is 1/5 of the time And Aleister, well, he is not looking good so far. Mark Henry just throwing him around the place, surprisingly enough. I thought Aleister was just going to catch him with that black mass and that would be it, but Mark Henry perhaps smart enough to know what was happening, and Aleister Black missing that big tope. My goodness, that is not what Aleister Black wanted. Not in the slightest. A minute in and Black still hasn't done enough damage to Mark Henry. Not in the slightest enough damage to Mark Henry. Aleister Black getting himself back in the ring, wanting Henry back in the ring. Not going for a count out. Very interesting there from Black. That would have been maybe a cheap way to win, but it would have definitely been AJ Styles' time limit to go for a count out victory. Henry throwing Black into the corner. Trying to go for some punches to the gut, but Black manages to get his foot up. Trying to go for a reverse DDT, but Mark Henry reverses big suplex instead onto Aleister Black. One. Not even a 1 count there for Henry. But this is still not looking good for Aleister Black. He has less than a minute left if he wants to beat AJ Styles. And, well, he has still got a lot of damage to do to Mark Henry. This is not looking good for Black. But he's managed to get back into getting a flurry of offense right now. Trying to catch Mark Henry there. 30 seconds left for Black. 30 seconds. Can Aleister Black win this in 30 seconds? I don't know. I think Styles has won this. I think Styles has won this beat the clock challenge, to be honest. This is not looking good for Black in the slightest. Big running takedown there by Mark Henry, and yeah, you got to think this is over for Aleister Black. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aleister Black has lost the beat in the clock. The beat the clock challenge. He has lost it right now. 1. My word, AJ Styles proving his dominance, you'll have to say. He's not only, well, there's the black mass. 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black literally 25 seconds longer than AJ Styles. My goodness indeed. Aleister Black lost the Beat the Clock Challenge. That's not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a lot easier for Black to win this. But Mark Henry proving that he still has a lot of power in him, a lot of speed in him actually, to avoid all those big kicks from Aleister Black. But AJ Styles has that little tick by his name now. You can imagine him backstage smirking away over the fact that he has got this little victory over Aleister Black. And now he is going to be happy knowing that he is going to be residing in the mind of Aleister Black leading up to their title match at Summerslam. Knowing that, well, he can beat Aleister Black. He beat him in time. He beat him in the Big Dog Challenge. He can beat him at SummerSlam. Judging by the stats so far, perhaps we're looking at a new United States champion at SummerSlam, but we'll have to wait and see. But tonight, our main event is now. It is time. Matt Hardy taking on the Fiend, finally in a one-on-one contest after all the interactions they've had backstage. These one-on-ones they've had where they've come face to face. It's been very strange the way the world has walked around them. Jeff Hardy being taken out by the Fiend at one point. Matt Hardy. It was all very, very odd and confusing, but finally, Matt Hardy taking the challenge to the Fiend. He challenged him for this match, and the Fiend has accepted. He is going to be here tonight to take on Matt Hardy. Is Matt Hardy, well, in his right mind for taking this match? That's a question in itself. But we'll have to wait and see how this one goes. And here he is. The scariest man here on Monday Night Raw. The terrifying, the fiendish, the monster, the Fiend. Let me in. Terrifying, terrifying stuff. Fiend, of course, took out Finn Balor absolutely destroying Finn Balor. He got rid of him. He defeated him very, very easily, dispatching of Finn Balor from Monday Night Raw, and he has not been seen since. And since then, the Fiend has definitely been keeping an eye on Matt Hardy. I know we don't entirely know what the Fiend wants with Hardy, so it didn't seem like he was that interested in the match to start with. He seemed like he was more interested in something else with Hardy. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if I want to know what that is, to be honest. But Hardy challenged him. He challenged him for this match. He wants done with the Fiend. He wants the Fiend out of his hair. He wants to move forward. And the Fiend has accepted he is here. He's taken the match. But is this the best thing for Hardy? Is this what he should be doing? Like, it looked like the Hardys are moving forwards from all this. Moving forward from Matt's kind of brokenness. Moving forward and looking to become tag team champions. But it doesn't look like that's how it's going at the moment. Matt Hardy taking it to the Fiend right now. Oh, a big takedown there. Catching the Fiend by surprise. Maybe that's the best way to try and do this, is to catch the Fiend off guard. But the Fiend getting Matt Hardy straight into the ring. And the Fiend staring at Jeff Hardy and taking him out straight away. Oh my goodness. But as I was saying, it looked like Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy were going to be going for those Raw Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam, but things seem to have taken a little bit of a turn with this. Matt Hardy wanted to prove something here tonight, wanted to prove that he can beat the Fiend, he can do this. That he can get rid of this living nightmare that we have here on Monday Night Raw. But I don't know whether we should have done this. The Fiend is a very scary entity to be in the ring with. As we've seen, we still don't know what's happened to Finn Balor. We do not know what is going through the mind of that man after he was taken out by the Fiend. We haven't seen him, we don't know what's going on with him. You have to wonder, but the Fiend standing over Matt Hardy's body right now. The Fiend really taking these at a slow pace, but continuing to beat down on Hardy. It's very typically his style, to be honest. He likes to control what's going on. He likes to control the pace, control the speed. But Hardy managing to get him up on the shoulders. I think a Samoan drop there onto the Fiend Bray Wyatt. The Fiend rolling out of the ring, wanting to take things back to his own pace. Shouting at Matt Hardy right there. And Hardy telling him that he will delete him. He will delete the Fiend. He will delete him from this reign. He will delete him from this entity of Bray Wyatt. The Fiend really taking it to Matt Hardy. Down on his knees yet again, beckoning Hardy. Beckoning Hardy. I don't know what he's beckoning him to do, but he's talking to him. Keeps talking to him. And Sister Abigail. My goodness, that was very out of nowhere, that Sister Abigail to Matt Hardy. The Fiend freaking out a little bit there. We still do not know what this man wants, what he is trying to accomplish here on Monday Night Raw. Big spine buster there to Matt Hardy. This is not looking good for Hardy in the slightest. He hasn't really moved too much since that Sister Abigail. Is not looking good. Oh, smashing his head down onto him. And Jeff Hardy just being forced to watch this going on. Him working over the neck of Hardy right now, and still Matt Hardy not moving. The Fiend dragging him up to his feet. Is this it? Wait a second. Hardy managed to get out of it. Out of the last desperation there, I think. A desperate move. Side effect from Matt Hardy. Side effect from Hardy. Can he do it? Can he beat the Fiend? 1, 2. No. No, he cannot. So close to that side effect. He needs to do something else, though. He needs to hit that twist of fate. Maybe that can do it, but the Fiend grabbed it. Grabbed the leg. Preventing that twist of fate. Knew what was coming. And maybe Maybe this time the Fiend will hit that mandible claw. Because when he was going for earlier, Matt Hardy managed to get out. He managed to elbow to the face of the Fiend, managed to prevent this from happening. But the Fiend calling Hardy up to his feet right now. And there you go, the mandible claw. He's got the claw in. Is that it? Is Matt Hardy out? Is Matt Hardy out, or is Matt Hardy going to be able to get out of the mandible claw? No. The Fiend continues his reign of terror here on Monday Night Raw. Who is going to be able to stop this man? What does this man even want? We do not know. But Matt Hardy couldn't stop him. And Matt Hardy isn't moving. He's on the outside. Jeff holding onto his brother right now as Matt lies there, not moving after taking the mandible claw from the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Brutal stuff there here tonight. Wait a second. Finn Balor. Finn Balor's back. Finn Balor is back, but it is not just Finn Balor, it is the Demon. The Demon has come back. 1916 to the Fiend. My goodness, the Demon, Finn Balor, has gone away and he has brought out his inner demon to go and take out the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Can he do it? Can he do it? Finn Balor returning here to Monday Night Raw, and I can confirm at SummerSlam we will see the Demon versus the Fiend one-on-one at SummerSlam. But Finn Balor, the Demon, finally back at Monday Night Raw. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.